So this is somebody who should know better. But this is some sort of conflict caused by the way someone was communicating. Sometimes these swords people in reverse can use their words as swords, and somebody could be delivering you very harsh news, or they could be just insulting you in some way, or they could be dishonest and lying. But this seems to be an argument, conflict with someone close to you in your home in November, Taurus. Or this could be, you're just thinking about that. We do have a family holiday coming up here in the States. Thanksgiving is in November. So maybe this is just like, you know, your challenge is to avoid this person. So you may be, if you find out this person is going to be at Thanksgiving dinner, you may be like, if this person's there, I'm not going to come. Or maybe if you're having it at your house, Taurus, you may be like, I'm not inviting Dad, or I'm not inviting our stepdad, or I'm not inviting, I'm not inviting Uncle or Aunt Susie. Uncle Jim or Aunt Susie, I don't know. Throw out some gender specific names. However, it's whoever this is for you. But your challenge is to avoid conflict, and you will be successful in this though with Tyr here. Like you're really not gonna listen to people who may be trying to negotiate. This person may get pissed off if they're left out. It may cause, it's like you may have to trade a little bit of turmoil to have a nice holiday or to have a nice get together. For those of you who don't live in the States, this could be regarding any sort of event or family get together. I'm just hearing like, and this again may be one of those messages that's just for a few of you Tauruses. I'm hearing someone saying, if this person is going to be there, I'm not going to be there. I have cut off from that person. I'm not going to subject myself to their nastiness, their way of expressing themselves, their prejudices, their, insulting behavior or insulting talk. I'm just not going to be around it. I don't want my kids around it. I don't want my family around it. Some of you may be saying, like, if he's coming, he or she's coming, I'm not coming, and they may uninvite, or whoever's hosting may be like, well, Taurus, we'd rather have you, because nobody really likes Uncle Jim or Aunt Susie. All they do is cause problems and start fights and cause a ruckus. So we'll just, we would rather have you there. So, and it's not, I don't feel for most of you that it's like, I'm going to make them choose between me and this other family member. I don't get that feeling at all. It really is like, this is a negative energy, So, that's your challenge. But again, you've got Tyr here. So, you've made up your mind, Taurus, which doesn't surprise me. Once you have made up your mind about something, you are, staunch about it. You are stubborn about it. That's one of your traits, right? Stubborn as a bull. Doesn't get more stubborn than a bull. Maybe a goat. Maybe the Capricorns. That would be a real standoff. But definitely, you've made up your mind about this. Same thing if people are coming to your house. You're like, I'm not inviting him or her. Don't bring him. Don't tell him. Don't tell her. Don't invite them. Because there may be somebody trying to talk you into it. Sometimes when we make those sort of decisions to cut off from a family member, other family members who are still associating or, maybe are trying to hope for the best, hope this person will change or, somehow get some sort of spiritual awakening. They hold out hope. So we have to include them. I feel so bad. They'll be alone. Well, they're probably alone because they act like this, right? Who wants to be around that? But yeah, there may be a do-gooder in the family. Oh, I feel so bad if we leave them out. And, stick to your guns, Taurus. I really feel like this is the right decision. It's so everybody can have a good time. What's the point of a family get-together if it's just going to be arguing and fighting? And how is that a happy holiday? So if it happens even when you're not counting on it. So if somebody's going to be lighting fires and starting trouble and sparking arguments, you stick to your guns, Taurus, because I think you're going to be victorious. You're going to get your way because it's the right way. And everybody actually is going to be thankful for it. Like I said, I don't feel like anybody's going to miss out on having this conflict around. It doesn't have to be regarding an event for all of you. Those of you who don't celebrate Thanksgiving, or you don't have an event coming up in November. It could just be like, I'm not having dealings with this person anymore. I'm not gonna put up with that. And again, sticking to your guns is, I feel like, the message for you with this challenge here, Taurus, in November. In the present energy, you do have the moon. So we've got a major arcana. How many major arcana? You got 3 major arcanas coming up here, Taurus. So in the present, for some of you, it will be whenever you're watching this video. This energy could already be swirling around you, going on. For others of you, because we're talking about November, could be the end of October into early November-ish. The moon is about things that are hidden. We're only a certain thing is enlightened to us. It's like having a flashlight in the woods, right? The light of the moon, it's dark, right? You can only see on a full moon. Whenever the moon card comes up in a reading, there may be a culmination of events around the new and or full moon in that month. They could be really significant, even if usually maybe the moon phases don't affect you too much. This month could be significant. Some of the things we're talking about could be happening around within a few days of those moon phase changes. So you may want to kind of maybe circle those on your calendar, or just put a little asterisk by a certain date on your digital calendar, so that something could be brewing, something could come up here that was coming up in my November run scope. It'll just kind of remind you. There's just this kind of sense of entitlement, this kind of sense of, I don't have to behave myself. I don't have, this is who I am. I think we're still talking about this energy here, whoever this is. I don't have to accept this person. I don't have to accept this. Acceptance could also be a theme, Taurus. Maybe someone in the family is doing something or has taken a stance that this relative kind of disagrees with. Maybe it's it has to do with a religious stance, or maybe it's like they've come out as gay or transgender, or they're living with somebody and they're unmarried, or it could be anything, right? Because every family has its own kind of set of values, and it's its own little society, right? We have societal values, and then we have like each family is like a little micro version of that. And whatever this is could vary, whatever the traditions are or the expectations could vary. And this is just somebody refusing to see anyone else's point of view on something, refusing to accept change, refusing to accept things they do not understand. The moon is saying this person only knows a little bit about this, and what they know they don't like. So Taurus, maybe this is, for some of you, maybe this is you. It's like, maybe something, someone you're involved with, or something about your lifestyle is going to be objectionable to your parents or this person, and you're just not going to listen to it. And you're powerless. You feel powerless to change this person's mind, as most people do. You can't change someone's mind. They have to be open and willing to change their own misguided views, right? Especially if it's exclusionary. I like everybody but these people, right? You can't, they have to kind of be enlightened or awakened on their own. You can't force someone to be a better person, essentially, right? Or be more spiritual, or be more in touch with God. And when I say God, I'm not, or source, let's say source, I'm not talking about religious stuff, because they get it wrong pretty much 95% of the time. You know, lately there are more that are inclusionary of everyone, but usually it's like, oh no, we are exclusive, and if you're not in this religion, you know, you're going to hell, or you're going here, or you're da 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 da. That's how they control people. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like the source that we are all connected to, or we wouldn't be here, because we are all a product and we're created by that source. That's what I'm talking about. It's like, here's religious conformity and their idea of God, but then real God is something else entirely. And it's the thing that is shared in some little microcosmic form by all religions. That's the key. So, what did I say? Uncle Jim or Aunt Susie, whatever, they're not even wanting to be hearing that. Their way's the way and you're wrong. And they like that because it empowers them and disempowers you, or whoever is, whoever they want to look down on, to make themselves feel better. So you can't force those people to get it. You know, that's just something that everybody has to want on their own. The help that's going to be available, we do have the Nine of Cups in reverse. So this is like, you're getting your wish, but somebody, again, is trying to make you feel bad about it, or you may feel guilt about it. You don't like to be exclusionary. I'm really feeling like, you know, as you're like the opposite of this person, whoever I'm connecting with, this is so strong. So, I mean, if this is not applying to you this month, definitely, because I think I'm with either one or two people here. Definitely check out your rising sign, because I feel like they just needed the messages more this month. Don't feel guilty about this. You're getting your wish because it's right. And it does have to do with travel, with going somewhere, with moving in with someone, moving away to be with someone, moving away from old restrictions and old ideas. Someone is just deciding not to go home for the holidays, or to be around this person no matter what event it is at, to not listen to this person, to not be hearing it anymore, to not be talked down to anymore. Someone's deciding now. Other people are like, again, giving the ultimatum. If that person's coming, I'm not coming. It's your house, you decide. Or, telling family, I'm not inviting this person, so you are going to get your way. But yeah, it's like an empty victory, because you are kind of feeling bad about it, because, you're human. You don't want to be exclusionary, but it's like this person has kind of forced you to be this way. So Taurus, if you can, you don't have to gloat about it and be happy with your victory. Just enjoy the fruits of your labor and enjoy whatever event you're trying so hard to kind of keep the negativity away from. But yeah, somebody else may be trying to put a kind of a guilt trip on you. It may be a topic of discussion amongst other family members. There could be some gossip going on. And it's like, well, everybody's like, oh, they can't believe that you did this, Taurus. They can't believe that you're not inviting this person, or, leaving them out, or, and it doesn't have to be a family member, but that's the indication I'm getting. I mean, it could be a neighbor. It could be, it's somebody that you feel like they're invading. They come as an invasion, right? And it's always because you have to be so on guard and nervous about what they're going to say, or, scared that they're going to embarrass you or say something negative to you, and that you're going to be upset and have to, kind of stand up to them. That's not fun for really anybody. Right? And family get-togethers, whether it's for the holidays or any other reason, it's supposed to be a happy thing. Now, some of you, it's because you are moving in with someone. You're in a relationship and you are getting ready to make a big shift or change. Some of you may be getting married. You may be announcing you're getting married, and that it's not going to, maybe you want to invite your fiance or the person that you live with or are moving in with, and you just know it's going to be with this one person in particular, or maybe both parents. I do have the rune of mother here also with this King of Swords. So for some of you, this could be your mother, not your father, or an uncle or an aunt, or, anything like that. But it could also be both your parents. Maybe they're both kind of the same mind. And, you know, so, and it could just be that you're happy about this and you want to share that with other people that are going to celebrate it, but not with people who are going to be negative about it or kind of harsh your celebration. I feel like some of you are wanting to announce, like, yeah, we're moving in together, or we are getting engaged, or we are engaged. You may even want to propose. This could also be a wedding that you're like, we're not inviting that person. If you don't accept me and us, this relationship, you're not going to be invited to the wedding. What must be accepted? We do have the Justice card. Again, another major arcana here. And Gifu, which is the rune of partnership. So this has to do with an engagement, a marriage, something. You're making it legal in some way, right? We're moving in together. We are, you know, and for whatever reason, yeah, there's somebody who is, and it doesn't have to be that they're against you or that they don't like your partner, but maybe they're just a toxic, negative influence in general. And, you know, for some of you, it could be we can't have mom and dad in the same, you're getting married or you're having like, you're announcing this or, you know, and it's like, oh God, if we announce it at mom's Thanksgiving, dad's going to be upset. There's something around really with that, you know, or if we invite mom, we can't invite dad to the wedding. It's, you know, though, who's going to cause the most drama. So it may be one of those things where you're like, hey, mom, why don't you come to the wedding and dad can come to the reception? How do you feel about that? You know, but yeah, I mean, what must be accepted is something's being made legal. There's a partnership, an agreement, and it's fair. You know, and whatever you're doing to protect that in November is fair. Whether it's protecting the announcement, protecting the relationship, protecting your significant other from maybe the slings and arrows that of somebody who wouldn't approve or just would cause them to be uncomfortable. Whatever it is, Taurus, I feel like you're in protector mode of your happiness, your future, your and your partner or soon to be husband or wife here. The outcome, we do have the Lovers. So, I mean, again, another major arcana. So, yeah, it's like you're so happy, Taurus. There's just this one, I don't feel like this is just a huge, huge deal for most of you. It's just it's uncomfortable. And anytime you're having a wedding or making an announcement about that or, you know, anytime that's happening, and we've got families the way we have them now, you know, it's like, you know, we've got parents who haven't been together. Maybe they've had more than one mate, or maybe, you know, and, you know, cousins and kids from different marriages. And do I invite my former aunt or uncle? It's always just a big, exhausting kind of decision-making process. Like, if we invite this person will be uncomfortable. And it's like, I just want everybody to be happy. But I just kind of feel like that's the energy you're facing here. It's like you're joyful and happy about what's happening, but it brings on a whole new set of problems for some reason. But what I'm seeing here is don't be manipulated into changing your mind, because I do feel like somebody's going to try to do that, either by making you feel guilty or, you know, well, you know, then they can have the thing at their house, you know, when they get married, they can invite these people. This is your day. It's your announcement. It's your life. It's your decision. So you should be able to decide who you want to share that with. And I wouldn't want to share it either with anybody who is going to be disapproving or judgmental or difficult and ruin everybody's good time and ruin the moment, because then it's built in forever to that memory. So I don't blame you one bit, Taurus. This is a beautiful outcome. So, and for those of you that are already coupled, I mean, this could just be like, you know, maybe you don't get along with your in-laws, or your significant other doesn't get along with your family, and you're like, you know what, let's do it separate. I'll go to mine and you go to, I'm not going to subject you to that. And it may cause some, oh, man, why? Maybe this is the first year you're doing that, Taurus, and may cause some gossip in the family. Why is Taurus doing that? Taurus usually brings their husband, or they usually come together, and now they're going to split it up, and it may cause some gossip. Some people may ask you about it, and you may be like dealing with this person on your own, but it's like that's better than having to feel like your mate's being